Thanks for joining me for our morning flow. My name is Megan. If we haven't practiced together before, get comfortable on your mat, lay down on your back body. Allow the eyes to close. Shrug the backs of the shoulders together behind your heart. Notice how that provides a little more space across the chest. Arms out by your side, flip the palms up toward the sky and settling in. Coming to observe your breath. And take a deep breath in, filling all the way up. Open the mouth and letting it go. Full breath in. Full breath out. So I wanted to share this morning a breath practice that I have found to be really helpful, especially when I feel like I'm in a chaotic season or a transitional season or there's lots of things shifting. And when you're breathing, as you feel an inhale, simply saying in your mind, I know I'm inhaling. And when you exhale, you say, I know I'm exhaling. I know I'm inhaling. I know I'm exhaling. And when you're in a season perhaps where there's shifts or things are changing and moving around you, simply landing in a knowingness that you're breathing in this present moment, that right now you are inhaling, right now you are exhaling, can be helpful to ground you into a present moment. And in the morning, it's especially helpful because that groundingness that you create for yourself will then travel throughout the rest of your day. So follow maybe 3 or 4 more rounds of breath. I know I'm inhaling. I know I'm exhaling. When you're ready, invite in some small movement, fingers and toes. Roll out wrists, ankles. Bend at the elbows, bend at the knees. And gently windshield wipe the legs side to side. Let the legs pause on the right side. Turn your gaze towards the left, full breath. And switching sides. Come back through to the center line. Heel toe the feet at about a hip's distance. Walk your heels a bit closer towards your sit bones. Arms down by your side body. Press down through the backs of your shoulders, the palms of your hands, the back of the arms. Feel the feet gripping the mat. And then use that as leverage to help lift the hips high to the sky. Bridge pose. Imagine you have a clementine between your chin and your chest. So you're not tucking the chin all the way down. There's a little bit of space there. But the amount of space allows for the back of the neck to stay long. Press your hips up an inch higher. Peel the heels off the mat. And carefully roll the spine down. Let's do that again. Anchor through the back body, then lift hips high. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Softness through the face. Breath is present. Notice the stretch across the front of the body is invigoration. Peel the heels up. Roll the spine down. Good. Let's do that one more time. Lift the hips all the way up. Peel the heels up. Roll it down. Good work. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Start to rock side to side and invite in some circles, circling the knees one way and then the other. Now let yourself roll right over onto your right side. Use your arm as a pillow and come up to meet me in seated. Legs crossed, sit up nice and tall. Put the hands just rest down on the knees. Shrug the shoulders up, down, and back a couple times until you can let them settle just naturally. Coming back to observe this natural rhythm and flow of your breath, not pressuring, not holding on for dear life, just tuning into your own natural rhythm. And that when we're going through shifts and transitions, that's all part of our unique rhythm of how we might be experiencing our life. On an inhale, sweep the arms high to the sky. Really reach up so you can feel leg through your side body. And twist towards your right. Hands come down. Inhale all the way up to the sky, centering the body. Exhale, twist to your left. Again, inhale, reaching. Twist to your right. Inhale, reaching. Twist to your left. Good. Come back through the center. Let's invite in some circles. So you're going to rock forward, lean forward towards your knees, circle around, and come back. Rock forward. Sometimes I think like a spinning top. Swiveling. And switching directions. Sometimes it also helps to close the eyes. And then we'll add on one more layer. Start to gradually change directions. And when you rock forward, can you start to open the chest forward, shoulders back? And as you rock backwards, round through the body. So you're finding almost like this cat-cow quality through the torso, but also finding that little bit of circular movement through the hips. Don't overthink it. Again, find that rhythm and flow that feels good for your body, even if it's slower or simpler. One more round of breath. And then gradually make this circle smaller and smaller until you land in stillness, seated, upright. Catch a breath here. Just noticing those few movements, how they've already invigorated the body. Perhaps change the flow of your breath a little bit more heated, active. And then come to meet me in tabletop, hands and knees. Making sure the foundation here is strong. So you're spreading all 10 fingers, pressing down on all 10 knuckles, shoulders over wrists, flip your toes. Gently lean your hips back towards your heels so you can feel stretch through the backs of your toes, maybe even the soles of your feet. And then rock back forward. This time, rock back. And then lift your hips high to the sky, straighten out through the legs, downward dog. Give the head a little bit of a shake out here. Maybe even open and close the mouth. Maybe stick the tongue out. Nice. Let's soften down to our knees. Knees wide, big toes together. Sink the hips back, reach the arms out, find your child's pose. Let the shoulders soften down to your mat. Where's your breath? So knowing child's pose is a great place to be if you need just a moment to come back to what that natural rhythm feels like for you. Sometimes we get caught up in our thoughts throughout practice, totally normal, and you might just need that one moment to re-ground, regroup, and child's pose is a great place to do that. And take your time to meet me back in a downward dog. Let's stay a little longer this time. In your down dog, pedal out your feet. So sink down on one heel, the opposite knee will bend a little deeper, and then sink down on the opposite heel, the other knee will sink a little deeper. So you're going to be able to straighten up through the hamstrings, deepen a stretch there. Even feel that stretch down through the calf. Really nice work. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Press down through your left heel. Can you anchor it down to the earth? So notice that when you press your left heel down, you have a little more security in this pose. You can press the hands down firmer, and then lift the right heel up towards the sky, maybe even 1 more inch. Your hips are squared off, so both hip bones are pointed down. Look between your hands, knee to nose, curl it in, and then step your foot through between your hands. You maybe even guide the foot there using the hand with the ankle. Back heel sinks down to the mat. Walk your hands up the leg until you can come upright. Hug the core in for some stability so it's engaged. Sweep your arms high to the sky, low lunge. So here, option to take some extra support for the knee. You can fold the mat over, you can grab a knee cushion, a sweater, anything that's handy. But what I want is not for the hip to be right over top of the left knee. There's no 90 degree through the back leg. What I want for you to do is hinge forward so that 90 degrees only through the right leg. So if you can take a peek, if you're unsure, you can see how only my front leg is 90 degrees, my back is leaning forward. It's going to allow for more of a stretch through the left side. Take your right hand to your hip. You might stay here, or you might choose to find your side bend, leaning over towards your right. Legs are strong. Lengthening out from your left hip all the way up to your left fingertips. Come back up, both arms reach. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist towards your right. Hands come down. So your left hand's on the outside of the right knee. Right arm's just reaching back behind you. Maybe the gaze follows. Keep your breath present. Come back through the center, arms up. Remember to power through the legs. So press down through the feet firmly. Can you lift your back left knee off the earth? Maybe hands help to support you to get there till we meet in a crescent lunge. Hands stay at heart center for now. Where's your breath? Nice work. Straighten up through the front leg so both legs are straight. Exhale, sink back down. Straighten out through the front leg. Exhale, sink down. Once more. Good, now let's bring attention to the back leg. Can you sink the left knee down so it almost touches the earth, or maybe it does, and power back up. Good, control as you lower down. Lift back up. One more, you've got this. Sink down, feel that power in your legs. All the way up. Plant the palms to the earth. Step back, downward dog. If it feels good, you come back to pedaling out the feet here. If you'd rather a child's pose, you got about 15 seconds here to recover. Find softness through the shoulders, through the face. Mindful that the knees aren't rocking in towards each other. That you're still finding that lifting and pulling up from the inner thighs all the way up towards those hip bones. For your child's pose, coming back to down dog, sweep your left leg high to the sky. Both hip bones pointed down. Anchor down through your right heel. Press through the palms. Use those 3 points as leverage to stay strong and lift your left leg a little bit higher. Look between your hands, left knee in towards your chest. Flick your foot through, maybe guide there with the hand. Back knee lowers. Walk your hands up the front leg, arms high, low lunge. And again, mindful of the shape that you're making with your legs. Front leg is at 90 degrees. Back knee is down, perhaps with some cushion, and then you're leaning forward so you feel more of a stretch. Left hand to your hip. Right arm reaches up, up, up. Maybe you hang out here. Maybe you lean towards your left side bend. Feel the flow of your breath entering the body, leaving the body. Inhale, reach both arms back up. This time on your exhale, twist towards your left. Left hand just starts to reach behind you, gaze may be following. Right hand's just on the outside of the left leg. Unwind to center, reach up. And this is where you might use some power through the legs. Otherwise, you can use your fingers on the mat to support you. Lift up off the back knee, crescent lunge. Hands heart center. Zip up through the core so it's engaged for you, supporting this posture. Noticing even throughout our practice how it shifts and flows. How there's this own sequence to each of our flows that mimics our life in some ways, where there's a season that starts, we move through shifts, transitions. Good. Straighten up through your front knee. Exhale, sink back. So coming back, think about that 90 degrees with your front knee. You're straightening up. And as you exhale, you're coming right back to your 90-degree shape. Third one. And then focus on the back leg. This time now the back knee goes down. You find 90 degrees with the back leg. And back up. Sinking and lifting. Last one. Lovely job. Plant the palms to the earth. Step back, downward dog. Get high on your heels, bend your knees deeply, walk or hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Get about 2 fists between the toes or so. Let the upper body hang heavy, bend the knees quite a bit. Allow the low back to decompress here. And think about trying to hug your front body in towards the legs, like you're giving yourself a hug. Lift up and out halfway, so you're lifting and lengthening. Exhaling to soften back down. Inhale to roll up and reach to the sky. Exhale, right away, swan dive back down. Lift up halfway. Exhaling down. Roll up to the sky, reach high. Exhale, down, forward fold. Do that one more time, lifting up halfway. Exhaling down. Roll up and reach. Exhale, down. Adding on, bend your knees a lot, plant your palms. Step right foot back, followed by left. Feel strength, shoulders over wrists. Lower through chaturanga, your yoga push-up. Chest lowering through the frames of the arms. Uncurl the toes, reach the legs out back behind you. Peel your chest up halfway, shoulder blades hugging back. Exhale to soften. Once more, peel up. Just lifting up to let that first rib cage bone at the top. And softening. This time, maybe lift up all the way up your dog. Press your hands down into them as leverage to lift up. Flip your toes, downward dog. Let's catch 3 rounds of breath here. Audible breath that allows you to feel more present, more grounded. Perhaps you come back to that little breath mantra where I know I'm inhaling, I know I am exhaling. And sometimes this also helps when you just speak out loud or speak in your mind where you are. I know I'm on my mat. I know my feet are on my yoga mat. I know it's Sunday morning. I know I'm wearing my favorite yoga pants. And just speaking out the truths around you, what you know to be true. And in shifts where there's so much unknown and uncertainty around, grounding down in the present things that you know to be true will help anchor you. Take one more good breath for me. Right leg reaches high. Knee to nose, round through the back here. So you see as I'm hugging my knee in, I'm rounding. Flick your foot through between your hands. Let's come right to our crescent lunge. So keep your back knee up. Arms high. Hips are facing forward. Bring hands to your heart center again. Twist towards your right. And notice how hips still stay facing forward and the twist is only happening from the trunk of the body. Keep your thumbs at your sternum. Sometimes we trick ourselves and our thumbs start to migrate towards the shoulder and we think we're twisting more. Nice. Come back through the center. This time, can you hinge forward? Hinge, hinge, hinge. Zip up through the core. And try your twist again from here. Twisting over. Again, mindful of the thumb, stay at your sternum. Nice work. Come back to the center. Inhale, arms high, reach up. Flip the palms, cactus down the arms. Nice big stretch to the front of the body. Gaze might lift. Inhale, reach high. Anchor your back heel down on the mat. So now we're in a warrior one. Front foot is down. Back foot's down, back toes are just migrating towards the corner of your mat. Good. Straighten through your front knee. Hinge forward, find pyramid pose. Hands can come to the top of the thigh, top of your shin. If you have blocks at home, they might come on blocks. From here, I want you to focus on keeping the back body nice and long. And the idea where you're working to hug front body towards the front of the leg. If you have a space in the body where you can hug the front body relatively close, then you can let the upper body hang even forward more. Working to hug right hip in, left hip pulling forward so they stay squared off. One more breath, not pressuring your body into a shape that it's not comfortable with today. Feel your natural rhythm. What is going to make sense for this practice in this moment? On your inhale, sink into your front knee. Carefully lifting yourself up, restacking the spine, arms high, really nice job. Plant the palms to the earth. Step back, downward dog. If you want to sneak in a vinyasa, go for it. You'll migrate towards your push-up. You'll lower through your chaturanga. Inhaling for your up dog. Exhaling to your down dog. Notice that the legs are a little fatigued, that the knees aren't buckling in towards one another, they're still lifting up towards the hip bones. Left leg high. Knee to nose, round through your spine here. Flick the foot through. Back heel stays lifted. Meet me in your crescent lunge. Hands can come to heart. Beautiful job. See that left knee stacked right over top of your ankle. Normally if I can see my front big toe, then I'm generally in the right spot. If I can see too much of my front foot, it means my knee's not bent quite enough to support. Hips are squared off forwards. Inhale, think about getting taller. Exhale, twist towards your left. Keep those thumbs at your sternum. Notice that they maybe try and trick you and migrate towards your shoulders. Totally normal habit, just one to be mindful of. Unwind to the center, hinge forward, and then find your twist again from here. Similar but different. Long line with your tailbone up the back body, up to the crown of your head. Back body, front body, side body of the trunk supporting you. One more breath. Unwind. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, flip the palms, bend your elbows, cactus style the arms. Can you shine your chest and gaze high? Arms back up. Anchor the back heel down, so you're now in your warrior one. Right toes are kitty corner to the right corner of your mat. Straighten your front knee. Hinge forward, pyramid pose. Choose where you're letting the arms come. Top of the thigh, top of the shin, maybe blocks. Working to hug front body towards the front of the leg. Left hip tucks in, right hip pulls forward. Where's your breath? Sink into your front knee. Lift up, arms high. Exhale, pin them back down. Downward dog, maybe your vinyasa. High on your heels, bend the knees deeply. If you feel like you have the power, you might hop. Otherwise, walk to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Lift up and out halfway. Exhale, right back down. Roll up and reach, arms high. Clap hands to your heart center. Pause here. Can you let the eyes close or soften? Find weight evenly distributed throughout the balls of your feet, the heels of your feet, and your toes. So your own center of gravity. A little bit of a bend through the knees. Shoulders back. Gaze is slightly lifted. Feel the palms of your hands pressing together, thumbs at the sternum. Relax your elbows. I know I'm inhaling. I know I'm exhaling. Inhale to reach high. Last vinyasa, exhale, dive all the way down. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step back to a strong plank. Lower chest through the frame of your arms. Heeling up, flip those toes. Exhale it back, down dog. And come to meet me in your child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, sink back. And as always, if it would be more comfortable, you can keep the knees a little bit closer together. If it feels natural to you, you can find a gentle rock here. Rocking into one hip, rocking into the other. Trusting that we are exactly where we're supposed to be. And then amidst all the chaos, all the shifting, we can still find a moment of stillness. But even in a storm, a ship is still anchored. Start to roll yourself up, flipping around onto your bottom. Legs out in front of you. Let's find a variation of pigeon pose that's slightly more modified. Does the trick, but just a little less effort as we wind down our movement. So bend your left knee, swing your right leg behind you. So you have 90 degrees-ish. Maybe even 45 degrees with the legs. Come to sit upright. I like to have my hands on either side of my front knee, and my chest is almost right in line with the knee about. Flex your foot. Sit up tall for an inhale. And on your exhale, bowing forward. You can come to the forearms. This might be also an opportunity to use your props. Like it's pillows, bolster, blocks. You can rest the arms on, the forehead. And if you get here and you feel like you need a little bit more of a stretch, just gently swing the back leg further behind you. Not everything needs a super intense sensation to mean it's working. Come back up. Swing the back leg around in front of you. You might windshield wipe the knees. You might just give the legs a bit of a shake. And then we'll switch sides. So then right knee is in front, left leg swings behind. Flex the feet. Legs are at that 45, 90, depending on how the body's at today. Hands on either side of your front knee. Heart is about in line with your knee. And bowing forward, adjusting your props as needed. And if you land here and you notice that you want just a little more sensation, swing the back leg further behind you. And start to walk yourself back up. Swing the back leg around. Any little bit of movement you might need before rolling down onto your back body. Do you have any extra layers you'd like to throw on, or props you know you're going to want for Shavasana? Have them within an arm's reach. Meet with the knees hugging in towards your chest. Let yourself settle. Plant the feet down on the mat. Stretch the legs out long. Hands by your side, palms up. Give the shoulders a little bit of a shrug. And as you land here, notice the subtle shifts, perhaps some major shifts in the physical body, perhaps even in your mental forecast, thinking even about how you landed and how you felt landing here. And what shifts have occurred just from these moments together. Just simply observing the rhythm of your breath. Resting here. Just relishing in your own evolution of yourself. The many seasons that you've moved yourself through, transitioned through, experienced. Now this version of yourself, having gone through all of those life experiences, can still land here. Can still care for oneself, can still show up, can still breathe and be present. And so honoring that by staying here to recover the body, and I'll guide us back when the time is right. Bringing your awareness back onto your mat. Noticing the resting state of your body. Reinvigorate the body slowly, starting with just fingers and toes. Perhaps fluttering the eyes. Rocking the head side to side. Awaken the wrists and the ankles. Reaching the arms up overhead. Zip the legs together. Feel that good morning stretch. Making your way onto your side body. Use your arm as a pillow. Catch one last moment here. Coming up to meet me and seated. Hands at heart center. The eyes close and settle into a nice seat. I know I'm inhaling. And I know I'm exhaling. We'll seal our practice with a collective breath in through the nose and letting it go. Thanks everyone so much for moving with me. The highest in me sees the highest in you. Namaste.